good, everybody. Just take some nice, deep cleansing breaths here. Nice. If anybody wants to stretch the back of the neck, clasp your hands behind your head, tuck your chin in, and just give the neck a little stretch. Yep, keep leaning forward the whole time. Good job, guys. Awesome. So we're all going to return our hands to the ground. So right now we're in a down dog pose. We're in a V shape, right? If you spread out your hands and feet away from one another, you create a nice V, and it's like having your favorite assistant pull your hips up. What we're going to do is bend our elbows and come onto our forearms, and to do so we have to lift our feet up. So no higher than the hips, okay? So just a foot off the ground, let your forearms drop down. This is called folded leaf. We're going to come into another floating sequence here. You guys got it. Awesome. So we make sure our hips are no higher, our feet are no higher than our hips, so we don't lose our anchor point. We don't lose the hold. Okay. And now from here, from folded leaf, we're going to press our arms straight and come through a chaturanga. Okay, so now we're in a plank pose. We have straight arms. We're doing yoga translations today, so we're doing something we're typically familiar with, and then adding some fun things to it, adding some flying and floating. So we're going to all bend left elbow towards left knee, and then right elbow towards right knee, and then switch back and forth. So at your own pace and at your own time, I want you to try to bring the elbow to the knee, and you're going to rock. You're going to have a pendulum swing, front and back. So just make sure you and your neighbor are happy and synced up with one another. Keep the arms straight the whole time. And in our plank pose, while we're floating.
So what are we moving, the legs?
So all you're doing is pulling forward and bringing a knee to the elbow. One leg will be straight, one leg will be bent. Make sure you keep your feet lower than your hips the whole time. Just have some fun with it, play with it. So pull forward. So plank as we do yoga normally. So bring your feet down a little lower. So you pull forward and your knee to elbow. And then rock back. And pull forward. So just have some fun with it. It's a little intense on the hip flexors at first. Good job, guys. So bring your feet just a little bit lower. So there's a right angle. Yeah. Good. Just go to the left. We have fun and play safe. Okay. So Lisa, are you not bringing your feet up because it hurts or something?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a problem. We'll get used to it. It's just the intensity on the hip flexors. Usually there's some stagnation there for the lymphatics that you just have to kind of work out nice and slow, so go at your own pace. But you can pull forward and come into plank arms. So keep your arms together. So you can pull forward straight arms. The arms stay where they are. So we're just here to experiment. That's why I call it a real yoga play. We're just exploring in the body. So there's no one way or wrong way. Here you go, pull the mat forward. The mat might slide too. So if anybody feels a little adventurous and wants to try a leapfrog, so try both knees coming forward, like you're gonna pop into a crow. And then the more you try to hold and stick it, the harder it is. So just let yourself sway back and forth. That's easier. But if you want to try both knees, jump forward. So let's land. Let's everybody land in a down dog. So feet come down, arms stay straight. Again, if you want to shift, pick one leg up and then the other. You can shift it into the hip flexor a little bit more. It'll just kind of land in that little nook. And then we're going to do what I call the cat's meow. So it's a down dog and a cat-cow that got together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to arch and open. We pull ourselves forward. So when I pull forward, shoulders come over the wrists. And then I'm going to sink back and round in. So I'd like for you guys to be assisting. So if you see somebody not pulling forward, I want you to come up and just help them. Arch, and then exhale, round in. So you like go with the cues, because I'm coming back because somebody is doing something. I'm wondering if they need help. Okay, so just kind of pay attention and do assist if you see somebody needing just a little bit of instruction. Again, just try to use gestures and it's light touch. So inhale, arch and come forward. Exhale, round in. Tuck the chin into the chest. Really good, guys. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, round. So let's add a leg. So we're going to inhale, lift the left leg up and arch, open up. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest and round. So curl in for this one. Inhale, arch and open. Really good. Exhale, squeeze, engage your core. So when we inhale, we pull forward. We're going to be shoulders over the wrists, and then when we exhale, we press back. So press back and curl in. Yeah. Inhale, pull. Exhale, squeeze. Very good. Let that foot come to the ground and just sway it out a little. So even in your down dog, just sway from side to side. Just see if you can get that motion of feeling like you're on like a little bit of a ship here. Enjoy the extra swagger, the sway, your ability to explore in the swing. It's also like a free massage on the hip flexors. So if it is a little intense, you can come up and take a little break, but we're just gonna stay here for another minute. Let's do our second side. Find your neutral. Inhale, lift the right leg up, arch and open. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Nice. Exhale. Inhale, lift, 2 more. Exhale, round it in, knee to nose. Thank you, Lori, perfect. Exhale, inhale, lift. And then exhale, last time. Find the floor. So now let's just do little loop-de-loops. See if you can trace the full length of the circle and go in both directions and see what it's like to let your dog have a lot of play. You can float and fly, just take a few moments to just explore in the body what it feels like to sway from side to side, do figure eights, whatever shape that feels good for you today. Beautiful, guys. Okay, so we're gonna, and Lori, you're gonna demo this in the back for me. So we're gonna change from our down dog to an upside down dog. So we're gonna lift right leg up, hook outside in with the foot, keep the knee bent, and then lift left leg up, hook outside in. So you can lift both feet up if you need to get the space. Knee bent, yeah, and then hook outside in. Got it. So help her out. So you have to stay long in your torso to get there. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Knees stay bent. Pull your knees down towards the ground, Erwin. Erwin, am I getting your name right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Toward the ground?
Yeah. Knees down towards the mat. Pull them down. Not towards each other, just down. Yeah. Perfect, guys. Okay, so now we're going to pull ourselves forward into handstand arms. Exhale, extend. So heart comes down towards the ground like down dog arms. Inhale, pull forward and extend. So seriously, I really can't have you guys talking because it's so distracting for me. If she needs to come over, I'll help. So go ahead and pull forward and back a couple times. So extend your arms out for me. So walk your hands forward. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So now you can straighten your arms. Change our down dog into an upside down dog. And while we're here, why don't we go ahead and try some push-ups? Okay, so handstand arms, okay? Pull your shoulders over your hands. And now we're just gonna dip. Just see what it feels like to do a couple push-ups. A couple of chaturangas here. Now these are the easy ones. Stay here if you're happy. Do 5 chaturangas. If you wanna make them a little harder, walk your hands back to the center of the mat and do handstand push-ups. Just try it. Just notice the difference. If you get your body straight over your hands, obviously they're a little harder. If you're happy doing the little mini ones, that's totally fine. And then everybody, when you're ready, walk your hands forward again. And then slowly release your feet one at a time to the ground. Just nice and safe. Land it back in our down dog. Really good, guys. Straighten the arms so you can land your feet. And then walk your feet forward. Just keep walking forward. See if you can keep a diagonal on the swing. So then finally come to stand. Hold on to the swing. And then release. Woo! All right. We made it. So we're going to give the hip flexors a break. After all that intensity, just give them a little love if they need it. We're going to get back in the swing. If at any time it bothers your underarms, okay, because it is new and it is intense, we're just going to lean back. The same if it bothers the back of your knees or your ankles. Just let me know. We have plenty of adjustments for you to do. Okay, that was like half of the sequence. We learned how to hang upright underneath the armpits, so we're going to start out here again, and then we learned how to do forward folds with the swing. So let's start with the swing behind our back, underneath our arms. There you go. Back through sumo squat. You're doing great. I don't know who got the bright yellow memo, but this is amazing that we have so many people. I would have done something special if I knew. It was like biker day or something, right? You guys look great. Very bright and great. Okay, so we're gonna always keep our arms, let's talk about the anchors a little bit. We're always gonna keep our arms wrapped around the swing. This is really important. This is our anchor. If we lose our hook, we're gonna fall out. We're not gonna go too far, but it's just good to know. Like this movement is no bueno. So we always keep the swing underneath our arms, and when we reach, we reach around. So let's all go for the right leg loop. Okay, let's all go for this side. Okay, reach your arms around, grab it with both hands. I know it seems like a minor detail, but it is significant when we're like upside down and we lose our sense of direction. So pull down strongly, and then get your foot in there, hook the ankle. Great. I know, right? We have people that can help. If you need some help, you can do it. Pull down strongly. So if you don't pull the leg loop down with your hands, it's going to seem really far. So let's try it again on the second side. You did good. Straighten that leg out. Both hands wrap around. Grab the bottom. Pull. Lift. Use your belly. Lift. You got it. Yes. There you go. You got it. Nice. Yeah. Now we're in floating Buddha. This is where happiness resides. Very nice. Okay, good. So the first thing we're going to do is just get comfortable. Drop our hips a lot. Okay? Drop your hips. Hips down. Thank you. Yeah, that looks great. So our hook, our anchor is still here, so I want you guys to keep your elbows bent. Even if this seems like okay, all of a sudden you could kind of drop too far. Okay? So keep your elbows bent, your hook. If at any time this is bothering your underarms, I just want you to leave your hips where they are, leave your hips down, drop your hips, open up your heart, just lean back. You can even do the chillaxin arms where you clasp your hands behind your head. Heart is pointing up towards the sky. Drop your hips a lot, drop your hips more. Thank you. It's a habit for us to crunch our lower back to get into a back bend, and I really like retraining the upper thoracic so we don't get that rounded, hunched upper back. You know, as we get older, it's really important to release the thoracic spine, and then the lumbar can be happy. It's just a little tiny space in between the vertebrae, and the lumbar is already curved in that direction. And if we crunch, we wind up pinching the discs. And I do mostly healing work, and that's the biggest issue that I work with people is all that lower back congestion and pain. So we keep lots of space in the lower back. Drop your hips even more. Yes, just that little bit. Now, isolate the upper body. Just press like you're pressing over a bar and open the heart. There you go. Way better, right? And so then the upper body can really hold the stretch. And now from here, let's add our windshield wiper legs. So to come to windshield wiper, you press down with one of the leg loops and then press the other foot down. And just try it. Just press one down and then the other one down. There you go. Get into a little harmonic motion. Susan, I think it is, with the other right yellow. Susan, can you drop your hips a little bit more? There you go. Good. Nice. It's just a habit. We'll get used to it. Everybody does it.